Hello movie buffs and welcome to World Decoded, the place where the stories behind movies come to life. Get ready to dive deep into the stories that have captured our hearts and minds. Join us as we journey through the plots, dissect the characters, and uncover the hidden gems and fascinating facts of cinematic masterpieces. The movie of the day is Shutter Island. Before we get started, please consider subscribing as it really motivates us to bring out more content for you guys, and please note that we will be venturing into the spoiler territory. With all that being said, let's dive in. Shutter Island is a gripping psychological thriller that unfolds with layers of mystery, deception, and psychological tension. The story begins in 1954, with U.S. Marshals Teddy Daniels played by Leonardo DiCaprio and Chuck all played by Mark Ruffalo traveling to Shutter Island, a remote island that houses Ashcliff Hospital, a psychiatric facility for the criminally insane. Their mission is to investigate the disappearance of Rachel Solando, played by Emily Mortimer, a patient who mysteriously vanished from her locked cell. As Teddy and Chuck arrive on the island, the atmosphere is immediately ominous, with cliffs and turbulent seas surrounding the isolated institution. The hospital is led by the enigmatic Dr. John Cawley, played by Ben Kingsley, who appears cooperative but leaves Teddy uneasy. Teddy, haunted by the memories of his experiences as a soldier in World War II and the death of his wife Dolores Chanel, played by Michelle Williams, becomes increasingly suspicious of the hospital staff and their motives. The investigation takes Teddy deeper into the secrets of Shutter Island. He discovers evidence of unethical medical experiments, including a radical treatment known as a lobotomy. As Teddy digs into the case, he is plagued by vivid hallucinations of his deceased wife and memories of the Dachau concentration camp, where he participated in the liberation during the war. As the narrative progresses, the audience learns about Teddy's troubled past. He is haunted by guilt over the death of his wife, who drowned their 3 children. Teddy's partner, Chuck, is revealed to be a figment of Teddy's imagination, a coping mechanism created to help him deal with the trauma and guilt of his actions. In a dramatic twist, it is revealed that Teddy Daniels is actually Andrew Leddy's, a former patient at Shutter Island. Driven by guilt over the death of his wife, Teddy created an alternate reality as a coping mechanism. The investigation into Rachel Solando was a ruse orchestrated by the hospital staff, including Dr. Cawley, to force Teddy to confront the truth about his identity and crimes. The climax of the film is emotionally charged and intense. Teddy, now fully aware of his past and crimes, must make a devastating choice. Confronted with the reality of his actions, he opts to undergo a lobotomy rather than face the unbearable truth. Throughout the narrative, Shutter Island explores themes of memory, guilt, identity, and the thin line between reality and delusion. The film challenges the audience to question the authenticity of the events unfolding and leaves them with an ambiguous and thought-provoking ending. The combination of Martin Scorsese's masterful direction, Dennis Lehane's gripping source material, and stellar performances from the cast make Shutter Island a psychological thriller that continues to captivate and intrigue audiences. One of the central themes of Shutter Island is the fragility of memory. Teddy's experiences in World War II, combined with the trauma of losing his family, have shattered his psyche. The line between reality and delusion becomes increasingly blurred as he grapples with painful memories and guilt. The film raises questions about the reliability of memory and the lengths individuals may go to protect themselves from the truth. Guilt is a pervasive theme in the film, embodied by Teddy's haunting memories of his wife's death and the atrocities he witnessed during the war. The character of Teddy, or Andrew, is on a quest for redemption, seeking a way to absolve himself of the sins he believes he committed. However, the twist in the narrative challenges the notion of redemption, as Teddy's self-created reality is ultimately an escape from confronting his true actions. The film explores the theme of authority and control, particularly in the context of mental institutions. The staff at Shutter Island wields significant power over the patients, and the ethical boundaries of their practices are questioned. The concept of control is also reflected in the government's manipulation of Teddy's mind for their own purposes, raising concerns about the abuse of authority in the name of perceived greater goods. Shutter Island delves into the philosophical question of what constitutes reality. The island itself becomes a metaphorical representation of a psychological prison, and the narrative challenges the audience to question the authenticity of the events unfolding. The film invites viewers to reflect on their own perceptions of reality and the extent to which external forces can shape one's understanding of the world. Teddy Daniels, or Andrew Letties as the protagonist, undergoes a profound transformation throughout the film. Initially presented as a determined and haunted investigator, Teddy's true nature is gradually unveiled. His struggle with guilt, trauma, and the need for redemption is at the core of the character. The revelation of Teddy's true identity as Andrew Letties adds layers of complexity, highlighting the depth of psychological distress and the lengths to which individuals may go to escape their own reality. As the head of Shutter Island, Dr. Cawley is a complex figure. On the surface, he appears as a caring and dedicated psychiatrist, but the film challenges the audience's perception of his motives. The ethical implications of his experiments and the orchestration of the investigation into Rachel Solando raise questions about the balance between the pursuit of knowledge and the potential harm inflicted on vulnerable individuals. While Dolores primarily appears in Teddy's hallucinations and memories, her character plays a crucial role in shaping his perception of reality. The tragic events surrounding Dolores's death and the loss of their children serve as the catalyst for Teddy's descent into madness. The blurred line between the living Dolores and the projection of her in Teddy's mind underscores the film's exploration of distorted reality. Let's move on to some of the interesting facts about the movie. Shutter Island marks the fourth collaboration between director Martin Scorsese and actor Leonardo DiCaprio. Their partnership had previously resulted in critically acclaimed films such as Gangs of New York, The Aviator, and The Departed. The chemistry between the director and actor is evident in the film's intense and immersive atmosphere. The film draws inspiration from various cinematic influences, including the works of Alfred Hitchcock and Stanley Kubrick. The use of atmospheric visuals, tense pacing, and psychological themes pays homage to the psychological thriller genre. Scorsese masterfully employs visual elements, such as stark landscapes and dark, oppressive interiors, to enhance the film's psychological impact. The ending of Shutter Island is deliberately ambiguous, leaving room for interpretation and discussion among viewers. The decision to undergo a lobotomy raises questions about whether Teddy's choice represents a form of escape, punishment, or a final act of defiance against a reality he cannot accept. The ambiguity adds to the film's lasting impact and encourages audiences to reflect on the themes presented. Water serves as a recurring symbol throughout the film, representing both purification and the overwhelming weight of guilt. From the stormy seas surrounding Shutter Island to the rain-soaked flashbacks of Teddy's wartime experiences, water is a visual motif that reinforces the emotional and psychological turmoil of the characters. Shutter Island pays homage to the film noir genre, characterized by its dark, moody atmosphere and themes of crime and psychological tension. The use of shadowy cinematography, intense close-ups, and morally ambiguous characters align with the conventions of film noir. Scorsese's incorporation of these elements contributes to the film's timeless and classic cinematic feel. The film has an IMDb rating of 8.2 and gains 69% on the Rotten Tomatoes with an audience score of 77% with the critics' consensus as, it may not rank with Scorsese's best work, but Shutter Island's gleefully unapologetic genre thrills represent the director at his most unrestrained. In conclusion, Shutter Island is a cinematic masterpiece that transcends the boundaries of conventional thriller narratives. Martin Scorsese's directorial prowess, combined with Leonardo DiCaprio's compelling performance, creates a thought-provoking exploration of the human psyche. The intricate plot, the hidden meanings, and the deeply flawed yet compelling characters make Shutter Island a timeless piece of cinema. From the mind-bending twists to the emotional gut punches, every element serves a purpose in creating an unforgettable experience for the audience. Whether you're a fan of psychological thrillers, a Scorsese enthusiast, or just someone who appreciates a good mystery, Shutter Island has something for everyone. As always, thank you for joining us on this cinematic exploration. If you enjoyed this journey, hit that like button, subscribe for more film analyses, and let me know in the comments your thoughts on Shutter Island. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the vast landscapes of cinema. This is World Decoded, signing off.